Utkarsh, yeah. Okay. Hi all. Welcome to the meeting number 336 of Turning Point Toastmasters Club. Hi, I am Bimal Bachani, the current Sergeant at Arms for Turning Point Toastmasters Club. At Toastmasters, we provide a supportive and collaborative learning experience, empowering members to develop communication and leadership skills to become future leaders. Meeting is being recorded and may not be possible to pause the meeting in between. Few ground rules for each one of us. Firstly, starting with the audience. Don't disturb the flow of the meeting, result in removal without any warning. Please switch off the noise making devices nearby you. Speak responsibly on the topics related to sex, religion, and politics. Requesting you to keep your videos on, audios off, and provide applause to the role players. Be the kind of audience you wish to see for yourself. Now, few ground rules for the role players, especially TMOD, TTM, and General Evaluator. Ensure smart audio video check before handling to the respective role players. Second, rename yourself as the role you are playing. For members who do not belong to Turning Point Toastmasters, please name your club also. Acquaint yourself with the role of a timer. Now, few general requests for each one of us. Use emoticons on the Zoom as they are totally free. Refrain to send any chat messages to everyone or speaker on the stage. Listen to speaker with focus. Please unmute yourself only when required. Polls will be launched after each section and the window will be for 30 seconds. With that, I will request each one of you to welcome the PO for today, Anand Katyani, with a thundering applause.
Thank you so much, Vipul. Now, as Vipul guided us, can we follow the first and foremost instruction that Vipul has very relevantly put for us? Let's applaud the efforts of Vipul Bachani, the Sergeant at Arms, with a thunderous round of applause. And now I request everyone to kindly switch their videos on. This is not a formal meeting anymore. This is not your office or workplace meeting. This is a Toastmasters meeting. While we maintain a certain set of decorum, we encourage everyone to just unwind themselves. So, folks, wherever you are, just be not casual, but a little off guard. And let's participate, be involved. And the first and foremost token of that participation is videos, so that the speaker can get a passive feedback by your facial expressions. Thank you so much for those who have already switched them on. While I see a few regular faces from Spearhead Toastmasters over here, so I will not welcome them as guests as such, but I see Ashi Agarwal, who I think I'm meeting for the first time. So, Ashi, are you part of any Toastmasters somewhere?
Not yet, Anant, but yeah, like I have joined as a guest only.
So, Ashi, where are you joining us from, and how did you hear about us?
So, my colleague told me about Toastmaster, and from there only I got this interest. And I started looking for the videos for the like over the Google, etc. And recently, one of my friend also told me like you have not joined like anything. So I just scrolled again, and I just wanted to attend this as a guest, and then maybe I'll decide.
Of course, of course. And just for your benefit, this meeting is being YouTube live telecasted. So all our previous meetings are also available on YouTube with the name Turning Point Toastmasters as channel. So you can see the quality, the participation level of our earlier meetings as well. Admittedly, this is a week of festivals, the month of weddings, Indian weddings, and someone who has very eloquently and very smartly put it as a theme today. I will come back to him. But for now, I move to Sodamini Singh, who is going to be a speaker slash role player today. So, Sodamini, not a guest anymore. You are quite a regular face over here. So, welcome you too. And with that, I have an important announcements. I think, Sodamini, you are facing a certain bandwidth issue. So, please check before you come on stage today. An announcement for all of you is, as we have already communicated in our membership group as well, our elections are taking place the next week. So, in case you want to understand a certain role or the responsibility is under a certain office, reach out to the current office bearer slash Utkarsh slash Madhav slash me slash anyone you can find in Toastmasters or online. We will be happy to guide you, give you the WIFM, what's in it for me. And that will perhaps give you that required push to take up the office of a role player. What that executive committee officer role does to you, and first hand experience of past 12, 13 years or so, uh, it brings out changes in you, the transformation on your leadership abilities, especially those abilities for which you are not even targeting. You may not be even aware that this is an area of improvement in you. And while you're focusing on a certain target A, there are certain tangible improvements on some other dimensions B and C as well. And ask that to anyone who has spent diligently, actively as an executive committee role player for minimum 6 months. That being said, uh, our area contest is happening this Sunday in a hybrid mode at Gurugram. Location, etc., have been pasted in both guest as well as membership groups. In case you have not found any, and you can spare an hour or two in this Sunday morning, physically or online, do let us know. We will provide those details to you as well. Our honorable area I3 director Surjit is also here. So I think given a chance towards the end, Surjit, announce it once again. We will provide you the stage for it. He is one of the hosts.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Surjit.
Thank you, Anant. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. So we have contest this Sunday from 10 a.m. onward, and we have 3 contests on that day. So you can reach there. First we go with I2, then we I3, and then I4. So you can have ample of time and chance to learn from the other speakers also. So we have overall 16 speakers, but if you go by your area, you have 6 speakers. So you will get a chance to listen to other speakers also. So
Thank you, Surjit.
come
And
to
just to add on, Surjit, to Surjit's point, don't worry, it's not ISC speech contest; it's table topics contest. So it won't take that much time. Surjit, you do us a favor. You announce it once again towards the end. As a presiding officer, I'll invite you once more. For now, for now, I am going to share a certain perspective, which is really, really important, and that is, uh, I figured out that in my current executive committee of Turning Point Toastmasters, while we were discussing the theme for this week, I'm the only qualified person to have been in that chair firsthand. But our Toastmaster of the day, someone who has not taken the vows yet, but he is going to create an atmosphere for us to discuss our favorite and not so favorite moments of, as the theme says, Indian wedding. Utkarsh is the Vice President Education for Turning Point Toastmasters or club, as well as a PhD scholar at IIT Delhi. He is a native of Agra and someone you will never get out of your head once you hear him speaking, especially because of his choice of words, his vocabulary, and his eloquence with which he just effortlessly speaks. Utkarsh, let's have a quick audio video check.
Am I audible? Am I visible?
Yes, you are both. And Utkarsh, with a thunderous round of applause, along with all my fellow Toastmasters over here, stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Anand, my beloved mentor, for such kind words. Well, let me start off by saying that isn't it strange that an unmarried guy is talking about Indian weddings and weddings in general? I mean, just distinguished Toastmaster Anand mentioned the same. Well, let me tell you why I'm doing so. I recently stumbled upon a news article which said that about 32 lakh 32 lakh weddings to be solemnized in India between November 4 to December 14th this year, and rupees 3.75 lakh crore. Let that sink in. 3.75 lakh crores trade to be generated via this. I mean, these are mind-boggling numbers. And after hearing all this, two thoughts crossed my mind. Firstly, maybe it's time I ditch my PhD and move and become a wedding planner. And secondly, let me dive into the world of these colossal figures, because apparently my future might be in organizing these fancy weddings. And that's exactly what we are going to do today. There's no doubt that we as Indians have always been and continue to be a marriage oriented society. I mean, traditional Indian society places a high value on family, and marriage has been always been considered as a sacred bond since time immemorial. The Vedas, ancient Hindu scriptures, emphasize the importance of marital union as a means to fulfill one's duties, uphold dharma, and contribute to the continuity of family lineage. Weddings in India is not merely a personal choice, it is deeply ingrained in the social, cultural, and even religious fabric of our nation. And it's not just a union of two individuals, I must tell you. It is a union of two families, two communities. It is seen as a social contract that goes beyond the union of just two individuals. From the intricate rituals to the elaborate feasts, an Indian wedding is a celebration that unites communities, transcends generation, and showcases the unique blend of tradition and modernity. And we are going to talk anything and everything around it. All right, let's have an interesting exercise. But before I begin, there's a disclaimer. This topic certainly has a personal connotation to it, and everyone's entitled to have a view and make their individual choices in their life. So no one is going to judge anyone and respect each other's opinion. All right? Let me ask you, how many people are married here apart from Anand? I mean, you can raise your hand via emoticon, or you can raise your hand literally if your video is on. So I guess only Anand. Oh, Surjan. So we have two people who are married. Let me ask those people, how many people are married and are pro-marriage here? All right, interesting. Oh, Sonamini says yes. So there's one who's married and believes in the institution of marriage. Cool. All right, so let's not call it that extreme. Let's just say there are pro-marriage. Is there anyone who does not believe in the institution of marriage? All right. Who has raised the hand? Priyanka. Wow. You are in my club, Priyanka. Lovely. So we have two camps. We have pro-marriage camp and we have an anti-marriage camp. So there are two people, I and Priyanka, who are in the anti-marriage camp, and the entire majority is in the pro-marriage camp. So great. I've got the statistics out and it's sorted. Now let's have one more fun exercise. I'll ask each one of you, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the term Indian weddings? And let's see what comes out of it. I'll start with Vipul. First thing that comes to your mind when you hear Indian weddings. Come on.
Bharat.
Bharat. Interesting. Ashi.
Food.
Wow. You are my friend. That's lovely. Surjit.
Dance. Lot of dance.
Sangeet. Fantastic. Anant.
Well, these days, having to drag the kid while the wife enjoys the lady Sangeet.
Oh, that's not my department. Moving on. Madhav.
Probably some rituals, for example, fairies and all.
Wonderful. Saudamini.
Yeah, I recently attended my brother's wedding. So the most common one is Ye Desh Hai Veer Jawano Ka and Nagin dance.
Fantastic. That's true. I mean, a wedding cannot be completed without that Nagin dance, especially during Bharat. I agree. Rohan. Rohan, are you there?
Maybe, yeah. You're talking about dance only, right?
No, I'm saying the first word that comes to your mind when you hear Indian weddings. Just anything that crosses your mind.
Dhol, band.
All
Yeah.
right, wonderful. Okay, just please.
The only thing I think about is possibly lehenga and the clothes, because that's what I get to have.
Wonderful, wonderful. That was something that was missing. I was looking for it. The clothes. Priyanka.
Loud music.
True. Very true. Priyesh, last one.
Dance, drama. That's it.
All right. So, Barat, music, Sangeet, Dhol, lehenga, wedding clothes, Nagin dance. I think these are the common things that people have said, and we are going to talk everything and anything regarding this in the subsequent sections. But for now, I'll continue with explaining the flow of the meeting, and we'll move on with the further things. It comprises of 3 sections. First, we start with 2 prepared speakers who will be evaluated by their respective speech evaluators. We'll then try to move towards the fun part, which is the impromptu speaking section, the table topics. Here, guests and members are both invited to stage, given a topic, and asked to speak on a topic for a minute or 2. And finally, we'll go through the evaluation section where everyone, including me, will get evaluated. The evaluation section today is headed by a general evaluator, who today is Toastmaster Surjit. To tell you a little bit about Surjit, Toastmaster Surjit is working as an IT professional in Milliman India Private Limited, and he has an experience of over 17 years. In Toastmasters, he serves as an area IT director. We've already talked about it. Can we have Toastmaster Surjit on the spotlight, please? A quick audio video check with you, Toastmaster Surjit.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible and visible. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Utkarsh. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I am the general evaluator for today's meeting, and every meeting has a general evaluator for the same reason every year, and with report card. As a general evaluator, my role is to evaluate the entire meeting today and provide a comprehensive report on what went good, but didn't, and how we can improve. And I'm not alone in this task. My tag team will help me this. First tag role is timer. So timer for today is Toastmaster Priyanka. So typically, she will note down the time taken by the various role players and speakers. So typically, a prepared speech is timed for 5 to 7 minutes. She will show green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, red card at 7 minutes, and there will be a grace period of 30 seconds on either side. Table topic speakers are required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. She will show green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. There will be a grace period of 30 seconds on upper side. Speech evaluators are required to speak for 2 to 3 minutes. She will show green card at 2 minutes, yellow at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red at 3 minutes. There will be a grace period of 30 seconds on either side. Second tag role is a counter. So Toastmaster Priyesh will help us in this. So as a counter, he will make a note of the pauses, filler words, repetitions, and filler words used by the speakers and role players. Filler words are words like you know, I mean, right, well. So unintentional sound like will be noted down by him. Third tag role is grammarian. The Toastmaster Jasprit Kaur is grammarian for today's meeting. She will note down the good uses and not so good uses of the language, as well as the grammatical error made by the speakers and role players. Now I request Toastmaster Jasprit to introduce the word of the day.
Hello, everyone. So as a grammarian, I have chosen the word vows because the theme is Indian weddings, and this is the most important word. And in rituals, and this is why like marriage happened after all. So vows. I would recommend, or I would suggest, please use this word as much as possible in your whenever you speak. So the definition, what vows mean is pledge, promises that those groom and bride make to each other at the wedding, expressing commitment and lifelong dedication to a partner. Example is the couple exchanged heartfelt vows, pledging lifelong support and cherishing each other. And I will be noting down all the good usages and not so good usages throughout the meeting. Good luck.
Thank you, Jasprit. Along with this part tag role, along with this, we have two speech evaluators that will also help us in the evaluation. We will call them in the evaluation session. So I will submit my report in the evaluation session along with my tag team and evaluators. Now I hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Utkarsh.
Thank you so much, our general evaluator, Toastmaster Surjit. Let's quickly talk about one more aspect of Indian wedding, which is the whole concept of big fat Indian wedding versus intimate small wedding. First, let's talk about the big fat Indian wedding, an extravaganza that could give a Bollywood red carpet a run for their money. In a big fat Indian wedding, every element is magnified, from the elaborate rituals that could span over days to the custom-made designer attires adorned by the bride and the groom. In contrast to this grandiosity of the big fat Indian wedding, an intimate affair is characterized by a smaller guest list, often limited to close family and friends, and the settings are more intimate, often allowing for meaningful conversations and shared moments. One thing I should add is that COVID has certainly forced us to change our thinking. It has made Indians realize that marriages can also take place amongst 25 people as well. Well, let me ask, especially the ones who have joined late, the guests that we have now, Animesh, Deepesh, and Sam. If money and resources were not the constraint, which type of wedding would you go for in the future, provided you are unmarried? Can we have Deepesh first?
I'll go for big fat Indian wedding, and I'll eat in my own wedding. Because that's the only thing I attend weddings for. Even it's my own, I don't care. I would spend majority of the time eating. I'll tell you an experience that today only I attended a marriage, and forget about the groom and bride. I didn't even see them. I just directly went to the food corner and had so much that I've ensured that I won't have any food for next couple of days. So, but apart from the lighter side, big fat weddings is actually an opportunity where everybody just comes up and they come together. That's more important. I don't think there is any other occasion, even in festivals these days. I don't think these things happen. And the point is, we prefer big fat weddings because we have always been very joint communities. It's due to rapid urbanization, we are being drifting away from that culture, but we were always a community which used to be closely knitted together. So I think I'll prefer big fat weddings anytime.
Well, I appreciate your points, but one thing that you mentioned regarding food that you will eat during a wedding, well, let me tell you from the courtesy, the experience, people who are married, you won't get any time in your wedding to have the food that is being served. You will be so busy with all the rituals that take place, the infinite rituals that take place during weddings, so you won't be able to eat. That's coming from the experienced people, not me.
I'll
So
choose the
that's one
second one
thing.
then.
Wise decision. All right. Sam, one more opinion and then we'll move further. Sam, is it possible for you to unmute and share your opinion?
Okay, I'll try. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I would go for the other option, which is the more quieter, the less number of people, that sort of a thing, more intimate of a setting compared to that big fat thing. I like attending the big fat weddings, but as a guest, in my own case, I think that would tire me out tremendously. So I like the COVID sort of setup, which is basically the least number of people you can get, and everything gets over, done and dusted very quickly, so that you actually get time to relax something after the festivities. Let's say.
Wow, I really like this opinion. You get the best of both worlds. You attend big fat Indian wedding, but when it comes to mine, it will be a quite intimate affair. I love that concept. Thank you so much. Madhav, can we have a quick opinion about you from you as well, if it's possible for you to unmute? Madhav, are you there?
Khandelwal, right? You might need to like take the surname as well.
Madhav Khandelwal. All right, he's not available. Ashi, quick opinion from
I'm
you,
so
and
sorry. I
then Madhav, you can speak. Sorry, Madhav Khandelwal.
am I
All right. Yes, the question. I think you just joined. I think you are not aware of the question. The question is, what would you prefer, a big fat Indian wedding or a small intimate affair? All right, there's some error.
my opinion would be, of course, a big fat Indian wedding.
And why so?
Because yeah, who doesn't like a big fat Indian wedding? Like having a destination wedding at Lake Como in Italy, and yeah, that's the dream. So
Well, all I can say is don't forget to invite me, especially if we're having it in Lake Como. I think Animesh has raised his hand. We'll quickly take his opinion and we'll move forward. Come on, Animesh. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi. So I would say big fat Indian weddings and destination that too. And then the same destination where you have your honeymoon. Done. Perfect planning. And why? You'll get to eat, the food that the cuisine provides, the place provides. One. Second, of course, I mean, big fat Indian wedding, everybody joins it. That's the one time you get to see your cousins. So yes, go on. Big fat Indian wedding. If of course there's no money constraints, of course, big fat Indian wedding. There you go.
What I really love the concept of is that even after having a big fat Indian wedding, you are thinking to be economical that I will have the honeymoon at the same place. Love that. All right. Thank you so much. We'll continue with this topic and talk about these festivities. But for now, it's time we move on to the prepared speech section. Well, weddings require a lot of preparation. And at the same time, we also have our prepared speakers who have taken a lot of dedicated preparation to prepare their speeches today. And
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Saudamini is showing some wedding going on.
All right. Let me spotlight her. Oh, I think she has stopped. I think she was passing by a marriage, if I'm not wrong, right, Udamini?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just wanted to
Lovely.
have you a glimpse of it.
So we are just not having the conversation. We are going to have an experiential experience as well. Thank you so much, Udamini. All right. Well appreciated. It's time for us to move on to the prepared speech section. Without further ado, let me call our first speaker, who is Toastmaster Madhav, to tell you a little bit about Madhav. Toastmaster Madhav is a CA by profession and who serves as the club president of this club. Before I bring Toastmaster Madhav, I would like to call his speech evaluator, who is Toastmaster Jaspreet, to read out his speech objectives. Can we have Toastmaster Jaspreet on spotlight, please?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
So I'm evaluating today Madhav Upadhyay, and his speech title is Communication Revolution. Timer, please note that the speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose statement is the purpose of this project is for the members to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. So good luck, Madhav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaspreet. Folks, let's welcome Toastmaster Madhav Upadhyay on the virtual stage with a thundering round of applause. Can we have a quick audio video check, Toastmaster Madhav, before I move forward?
Am I audible, Toastmaster Utkarsh?
Yes, you are. Toastmaster Madhav, communication revolution, Toastmaster Madhav, stage is yours.
How many of you can think of a communication network that was established before the internet arrived in the world? A communication network. Okay, Deepesh, just a quick answer, please. Deepesh, you can unmute and speak.
I think we used to send mails,
Okay, before
and
internet, right?
there was mass media through which we used
Got
to
it.
gather information.
Got it. Thank you, Deepesh. Anant?
Pigeons.
Sorry?
Pigeons.
Pigeons. Okay. So one of the communication network I think we all are missing. And when I say communication network, it means a network of people where people could communicate, share ideas, and it was Toastmasters. So Toastmasters International was founded in 1905. Founded in 1924. And when I think of Toastmasters, it really intrigues me to know more about how this entire network, how this organization was built, how this came to a level where it is spread into almost 149 countries. And this is what I chose as a research topic. The one thing that I was more excited to know about was how was Toastmaster went from 0 to 1. How was a person made it from an idea to a full-fledged club or an organization. I think when I think of any product, any organization, 0 to 1 is the toughest part. Execution could be execution, like taking it one level up after execution has been done might be a relatively easier job. Getting an idea also might be relatively easy. I think execution is the toughest part, and that's what I wanted to really know about, that how a person started, how we started having these Toastmaster meetings. And this is what I think many people know, most people know, that Toastmaster was founded, the founder of Toastmasters was Mr. Ralph Smedley, and the Toastmaster was formally founded in 1924. But what many of you might not know is that Toastmasters, the idea of Toastmaster came up in 1903 by this person, Smedley. And it took 20 years for this person to make Toastmaster work and to make it a formal setup. But what this person went through was something that I could not really found on articles on Toastmasters website. So here is what I have tried searching, and there's this website, sib.com. You can probably look it up. I can also share it in the chat. So here I found many details which were not available and which were not which I did not find, which were not mainstream, I can say. So Smedley graduated in 1903, and he after completing his graduation, he joined YMCA, Young Christian Man Association, Young Men's Christian Association. And this is a non-profit organization. He joined as an education director, and now it's very important for us to know that he was an education director, because being an education director, he realized that men who were the community was working for, this NGO was working for, they lacked communication skills. And that's how he put together a few men and made this concept of Toastmasters meeting. And how Toastmaster name was given is because it was very similar to a banquet wedding, where a person comes, runs the ceremony, and gives a toast, then transfers it to everyone. There is a master. Likewise, we have our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Utkarsh. So that's how the Toastmaster name was given. But what took it 20 years to be formally founded? So here's the catch. Smedley got conducted this first meeting somewhere in 1905, but he got transferred, and there were almost 75 people who got into this club. But after some time, he was transferred to some other place in US. Freeport, it is called. Freeport, he was transferred to Freeport. Now, in Freeport, he tried, and when he moved to Freeport, because of lack of leadership, people didn't have that intent. So the club that he had opened at YMCA got closed. And he got promoted to General Secretary in Freeport. So he went there. There, he thought that I'll now get together few serious people who will be able to run Toastmasters even when I leave them, even when I get transferred to some other place. So he again got together a few businessmen and professionals who he thought was serious to run a Toastmasters club. But then he again got transferred to some other place, and the club saw the same fate. It again got closed. He was transferred to probably Rock Island. Then there again he tried he tried building a Toastmasters club, didn't work. He transferred to San Jose. He tried building a Toastmasters club, didn't work. They worked only till the time he was there. As soon as he left that, there weren't enough people to make it formal, or when he was there, they weren't ready to make it formal. Until 2024, when he got enough people, and his idea really caught attention of everyone. Everyone got interested in joining this club, and Toastmasters in 1924 was formed. And this is a very good lesson for me, or probably for everyone here, that it takes time to making something work. This guy took 20 years to stick to his ideas. And I could find a statement of his. He says that his colleagues at YMCA used to think that Toastmaster is one of his idiosyncrasy. He is just crazy. He is mad. He is just behind Toastmaster. It is not going to work. The Smedley, Ralph Smedley died in 1965, and after 9 years, Toastmaster celebrated its 50 years, wherein Toastmaster had almost 3,000 clubs, 16,000 members, and it was spread across almost 40 countries. So that's the legacy that this man has left for all of us. And now talk about comparing to 1965, Toastmasters now has almost 15,000 clubs, almost more than 3 lakh members spread across 149 countries. So that's about it. I think the founder of Toastmasters, Ralph Smedley, is a classic example of the quote where they say that they first call you crazy, then they fight with you, and all of a sudden you change the world. Over to you, Utkarsh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Madhav, for such a riveting speech. Let's observe a 1 minute of silence to write feedback for Speaker Madhav. I request everyone to write their feedback to Madhav in his personal chat. Thank you. And timekeeper, please confirm when 1 minute is over. All right, Toastmaster Priyanka has informed me that 1 minute is indeed over. It's time for me to introduce our next speaker, who is Toastmaster Rohan. To tell you a little bit about him, he is a B2B sales professional from Nashik who is currently staying in Gurugram. He loves to travel and to play cricket, and he has joined this Toastmasters club to improve his communication and leadership skills. But before I welcome our Toastmaster Rohan on the virtual stage, I would like to take an opportunity to call his speech evaluator, who is Toastmaster Vipul, to read out his speech objectives. Can we have him on the spotlight, please? Over to you, Toastmaster Vipul.
Thanks, Utkarsh. Today, Rohan is going to deliver his speech, and it is his level 1 part 3 speech. And as per the objective of the speech, I will be evaluating Rohan on the 3 aspects: storytelling, the vocal variety, and the body language. All the best, Rohan. Back to you, Utkarsh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vipul. It's time that we call Toastmaster Rohan on the virtual stage. Can we have a huge round of applause for our speaker? All right, Toastmaster Rohan, can we have a quick audio video check before we move forward?
Hi, Utkarsh. Am I audible and visible?
There's some video quality issue, but can you speak a little bit more so I can check there's no more
Hello,
lag?
hi, Utkarsh.
All right,
Am
we
I
can move
audible and
forward.
visible?
Yes,
Okay.
you are. We can move forward. That's acceptable. All right. Toastmaster Rohan, the comedy of errors at work. The comedy of errors at work. Toastmaster Rohan. Stage is yours.
Hello, good evening, Toastmasters and my fellow colleagues. Today, let's chat about funny stuff that happens at our workplace. Our jobs are like a sitcom stage where unexpected things, quirky folks, and funny mistakes are the part of the show. So, fasten your seatbelt as we embark on a journey through the unpredictable world of corporate circus. Act 1, the email oopsie. Let's picture this. You have finished drafting a detailed email to your boss with your impressive statistics and thoughtful recommendations. Realize that the email has been suddenly you are the unintentional stand up and always check who is getting your emails. Act 2, the conference calls, conference calls, the virtual stage where the comedy of errors truly shines. There's always that one person who forgets to mute their microphone, unknowingly sharing the symphony of their keyboard clicks and the background activities with the entire team. The bonus parts, if it's a CEO of the company, everyone enjoys it. Lessons we learned that mute your mic if it is your silent hero. Act 3 usually happens with us, the printer's chaos. Now let's talk about office printers. They have mysterious way of turning most straightforward tasks into slapsticks comedy or routine. Paper jam, cryptic error messages, and the infamous disappearing ink. These printers are built for testing our patience and sanity. I would like to share my experience which has just happened in front of my eyes. One of my colleague, his name is Rishabh, scanned his offer letter which he got from his next company. He signed it and he just kept it for scanning purpose. As soon as he realized, everyone found out about his new job and the company details. The office buzzed with excitement, turning Rishabh's simple mistakes into the talk of the day. Lessons we learned: approach the printer carefully and call IT for your help. The replay all blunder, dreaded replay all button, a classic source of workplace hilarity. You intended to share witty comment to your cubicle mate, but alas, entire department know to your comedic genius. You are a comedic genius. Your inbox subsequently explode with a cascade of amused responses, confused reactions. Lessons we learned that exercise caution with replay all button. It's a comedy gold mine, but it comes with risk as well. Act 5, The elevator chronicles. One of embarrassing moments has happened to us when me and my colleagues were going through lift and we were talking about company stuff. We were gossiping a lot. As soon as we dropped off, we just realized that our manager was also with us. He was listening all the stuff. That day was so awkward for us. That day we were sitting quietly in the office the entire day. Lessons we learned that never gossip inside the lift. Act 6, the unseen heroes. Raise your hands. Who are all IT support guys over here? You are real heroes. Behind the scenes, there are unsung heroes in every office. The IT team. Picture the chaos when the tech glitches strikes, turning the calm office into environment scenes from sci-fi comedy. It professionals become protagonists armed with capables of diagnostic tools with on a quest of save the day and rescue us from the clutches of technology gone haywire. Moreover, to it, lessons we learned that treat your IT support team with the utmost respect. They, they are in real life superheroes for modern workplaces. In a grand finale of the chaos, camaraderie blossoms, laughter becomes universal language, the bridges gaps easiest tensions. It reminds us that we all are human, bound to make mistakes, and that's it's okay to find humor in everyday craziness of office life. So, my fellow colleagues, next time you face a workplace blunder, remember that it's not a tragedy, it's a comedy of error. Embrace the laughter, share a chuckle with your team, and turn those errors into interesting stories that make the workplace more enjoyable stage for all. Thank you. Over to you, Utkarsh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rohan, for such a stellar speech. Can we have a huge round of applause? Let us take a minute to write feedback for Toastmaster Rohan. Timekeepers, please confirm when 1 minute is over. Thank you. You all are requested to kindly provide feedback to Toastmaster Rohan on his personal chat. Thank you. All right, I have been informed that 1 minute is indeed over. Let's move on to a new segment regarding wedding, which is the most awaited, and I think Deepesh will definitely love this. Let's talk about food in Indian weddings. Folks, let's be clear here. I mean, the primary reason I and majority of the people here grace weddings with the pleasure is for the food. I mean, they show their presence just for food. I mean, who needs a front row seat when you can have a plate front seat to a culinary extravaganza? Going to an Indian wedding for me is like stepping into a food heaven. The only aisle I genuinely care about is the one guiding me to the buffet. I tell you that. And one thing I really want to mention is that as a teenager, my cousins and I had an unspoken pact. a mission, if you will, that we always have a bond that we are going to taste every single dish that is being served in an Indian wedding. I mean, the only way I feel satiated is when I've tasted everything and I haven't missed out on anything. I mean, let others take their vows. The only vow that I want to genuinely take is to eat till my tummy hurts. Uh, I must have gate crashed 2, 3 weddings in my life during my college days just to have a sumptuous buffet. I mean, no judgment, guys. We had a disclaimer. Let me ask you, how many of you have actually gate crashed weddings just to have a meal? And any fun story regarding those? Anyone can unmute and please share.
Leave that for table topic. That's a table topic, man.
All right. So let's talking about all the fun, and as mentioned by Toastmaster Anand, let's have fun. And it's time for me to invite our table topic master on the virtual stage, Toastmaster Anand, to take it over. Over to you, Toastmaster Anand.
Am I audible? Am I visible?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Fantastic. So, as you all know, for the benefit of those who are not a member yet, a table topic is a simulation of those situations in life when you don't know on what you are going to speak about. So, similar to your school or college time when you must have participated in this jam session, just a minute, you will be given 1 to 2 minutes to speak on a topic that I will invite you on the stage, do the audio video check, and then hand over. You can immediately begin speaking, or you can take 3, 4, 5 second max, after which your time begins. You have to speak for minimum 1 minute. That will be marked by a green card. So the moment you see a green card, you can rest easy that you have done your minimum bit. But if you want to stretch, you can stretch it till 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, you will be shown a green card, 1.5 minute, a yellow card, 2 minutes, a red card, just to keep you on track. After the red card, try to wrap up your sentence or the couple of last sentences. 30 seconds to do that, not more than that. So 1 to 2 minutes, 30 seconds is your playing window. I would want a current or ex Toastmaster to give a demo how this topic is to be attempted, and then maybe any guests they can also attempt it. So anyone who is not taking any role right now, Animesh, Deepesh, anyone?
I'll take it up.
Who is it?
Animesh.
Animesh. So
Yeah,
now
I'll
I see your videos on.
Yes, hi.
Techmaster, kindly spotlight Animesh. All right, Animesh, audio video check done. Animesh, so question to you. The number one food item I absolutely look for in an Indian wedding. The number one food item that I absolutely look for in any Indian wedding. Animesh.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand, for a very relevant topic. See, I'm about to go for a wedding in about what 5 days, and more than the wedding, because this is a Bengali wedding. More than the wedding, I'm looking forward to the main course. Yes, the main course. No, wait. There's a particular thing in the main course because this is a Bengali wedding. You have to understand. This is what usually is our staple, but there's a very, very, very particular variety that we save for weddings. This is something you don't know. So this is a variety that is specially saved for weddings. So I'm looking forward to that variety. I won't name it. I want you all to Google it. So that's one. But the thing I'm most looking forward to is this is a variety. So I mean, I said there's a variety of fish. But apart from that, the most I'm looking forward to is sweets. I love sweets. I in fact just before this table topic, I gobbled up one. In fact, so in sweets, pasta. Who here has emptied the pasta table? Just raise your hand if you have emptied the pasta table at once. Okay, pani puri. Pani Puri. Come on. Okay, fine. See, there's a hand. Sorry. Okay, fine. Whatever. But here, the point is, I do look forward to all the snacks that they provide, all the noodles that they provide, all the Chinese that they provide. But more importantly, more than that, I look forward to all the sweets. So yeah, there you go. Thank you.
So Animesh always has his eyes on the prize. Great job, Animesh. Keep gobbling up sweets. Now that brings me to another aspect of Indian wedding, and that is, well, any volunteer for it? Ashi, how about you? Easy topic for you. So let's spotlight Ashi. Audio check, Ashi.
Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes, you are. So Ashi, there are so many different rituals during a course of Indian wedding. Some take 3 days, some take 7 days, some even longer. And sometimes if it's a destination wedding, then within 1 or 1.5 day, all the rituals are done. So Ashi, one ritual that you absolutely are fascinated with. One ritual that you are absolutely fascinated with, Ashi.
Okay, so I'm not a marriage fan, I must say. But talking about the ritual that you mentioned, so I would, definitely would be wanting to have that hand fight where, both couples are finding rings. So that's the first thing that is appearing in my mind right now. And yeah, I would love to, have this fight conversation maybe. And when your, family are around and you have your friends, you have your family, and yeah, you are talking with your partner with the just just with a hand conversation and like that, so that would be the first ritual that I would want to have. Apart from that, I am not a marriage fan, I mentioned. And yes, I can take vow with this that this relationship is going to end it last. Yeah.
Thank you for that candid answer, Ashi. And definitely, it was very visually descriptive. I have seen, particularly in personal experience, girls going gaga over opportunity to change different costumes over a course of single day with haldis, mehendis, engagement, etc. So I find the females in my family particularly fascinated with. So that gave rise to this topic. All right. Who will like to speak on the next topic? All right, Jaspreet, come on the virtual stage. Hey, someone please spotlight Jaspreet, grammarian Jaspreet. Spotlight, thank you. So, Jaspreet, there are always different types of characters in any Indian wedding. You know that, right? There are some likable characters, some unlikable characters. So, quick audio check, Jaspreet, confirm if you can hear us.
Yeah, am I audible and visible? I can hear you all.
All right. So, Jaspreet, the three types of characters that you will find in any Indian wedding. The three types of characters you will find in any Indian wedding. Jaspreet.
Okay, the three types of characters. I have so many characters, I would say. I've seen it all. I would start with someone the eldest, the oldest, which usually is my grandmother. So I've seen a lot of the times they give a lot of advice, like on the ritual. No, this is not, this has to be this way, this has to be that way. Like even though they forget all of that, and if they are wrong, they were like, I'm old. I can forget things, but but eventually the rituals, they are the ones who guide, even though people are not taking the advice. So in the haldi rituals and everything, and they hold the bag where they get all the money from like the people, and so that's what I've seen. And another character I would say, the drunkards. I mean, they're crazy. I have not been there, but I've seen that a lot. People go really crazy. They have like 12 or 15 shots or something, like even more than that, I think. And they just lost their consciousness, and they do a crazy dance, which is like Nagan dance, but all kinds of different, like it's monkey dance, like looks like crazy. And there are a lot of people who are doing it. And one time I had a little bit of vodka, and that's the first time I ever danced. I'm an introvert, I would never dance, but that's like drinking can make you dance. It's true. And the third one is the fooders. Those people who are, they just come there for the food, and that's where they are. And once they are done, they want to go back. They like, when can we go home? So the moment the menu starts, everything is over, so they want to just go back. So I think there's one more character I would speak about, is the girl specifically. They're all about the outfits. Like even me, it's all about the outfit. I care a lot. Even though at home I don't care. Like if I'm wearing sweatshirt, who cares? But at the wedding, I have to like decide everything. Like it has to be what I'm gonna wear for what function. Like if it's a cocktail, it has to be black. If it's a wedding, it has to be colorful. It has to be pink. So they're different characters, and these are the ones I know. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasprit. My favorite character these days, especially when I go to my in-laws' side wedding, is when I get called by literally everyone, Jijaji, Mausaji, or Fufaji. So I literally play like that. You can get away with anything when you are a Jijaji, Fufaji, or Mausaji of anyone. But again, I cannot get past my wife, and that's why we are having this discussion in a closed room. My wife is outside, so I'm speaking a little slower. Just read, this meeting is getting live YouTube telecasted, so be mindful when you say certain things next time. Family based. Jaspreet doesn't care anymore. Who else would like to shed their inhibition, not care about the world, come on the stage for next topic? Anyone? Yeah, anyone, even Saudamini, you can also.
Yes.
All right, let's put Saudamini on stage. All right, Saudamini. So another aspect of Indian wedding these days, the craze is, as I have seen in my village, people from Delhi, Punjab, Gujarat, God knows from where all, they're coming to my village in Rajasthan for a destination wedding. I don't know, it's quite common for us to wander around those old ancient mausoleums, but people are finding them enchanting these days. So, Damini, what's your idea in this birth, next birth, whenever, of a dream destination wedding? Set up your own destination wedding. So, Damini.
So I just love being at the seashore. So I would love to have the destination wedding at the seashore. All the rituals at the seaside, waves coming, experiencing all the things, enjoying those wedding ceremonies with water just flowing around your feet. It just makes me feel so wonderful. It is like so ethereal sort of thing. It makes me feel very dreamy, very imaginary kind of thing, uh, subliminal sort of experience in marriage. In reality, uh, when my marriage happened, it was total chaos. I When I remember those things, that was such a tough time. But in my destination wedding, when I will dream of it, all the things will be very calm, cool, and people will purely 100% enjoy it. That I dream of. That's all from my side.
Everyone's wedding is chaotic. Trust me. My wedding cards were printed with the date 6th of May, but technically it happened on 7th of May because the Bara, the procession, it arrived very late. So by the time the date had crossed over to the next day. One final topic. Anyone? Vipul says, raises hand. Vipul, come on the stage. Hey, I had a couple of interesting topics for people like you. Okay, I will go with the standard topic. Don't worry, Vipul. Nothing picky on you. Um, Vipul, by the way, before I give you the topic, what's the most uh, enchanting part for you in any wedding, other than food, of course?
Bharat.
Bharat. All right. So I will give you a topic related to Bharat. Vipul, what is your dance routine in any Indian wedding? What is your dance routine? Honest answer, please. In any Indian wedding, Vipul.
Thanks, Anand, for the topic. My dance routines varied as a lot, like from time to time. When I was a, you can say, teenager, I danced whatever it came to my mind. I danced. If it's my like nearby wedding, somewhat like, so I danced whatever comes to my mind. During colleges days, my friends got wedded, and somewhat I drinks. I was not in a sober stage, so Nagin dance or the Bharati dance, whatever you call, I have been a part of this. I am not the active one, but I have been the part of those kind of dances in my college days. Nowadays, as my best one of the besties and all that are wedding, I am not drunk in a drunk stage, but when really I used to go to the stage, I become a part of the party and get a huge dance in the Bharat, especially when the uh, you can say the groom is going inside the gate. So carrying the groom that time inside the gate and ensuring that it looks like a wedding. I take as a personal responsibility. Going inside and then dancing on the floor, it is not about judgmenting and the moves you can pick, but overall I think you must have an experience, and uh, uh you must have an experience if someone close to you is getting wedding, as it's all about memories at the end of the day and not about how you perform. Thanks, Anand.
Very politically correct answer, Vipul. All right. I'm being generous. Anyone who has not spoken yet and wants to speak, anyone. One final topic for you. You have to unmute and say hi.
Hi, I want to speak.
All right. So, would you want to switch the video on?
Okay. Am I visible?
Yes, you are. And I will ask a very, very personal question. None of us would like to admit honestly, but Priyanka, have you gate crashed any wedding? No, this is not the topic. I'm just asking for a confirmation.
Yes, I did it. Great guess, like I don't invite it, but I just went there just for food. That's it.
That is the definition of gate crashing.
Yeah, that's only I did it. But I was very good guest there. Okay, I didn't.
So imagine a scenario, Priyanka.
Okay.
You gate crashed a wedding and you get caught. How do you handle it? You gate crash a wedding and you got caught. So how do you handle it, Priyanka?
Okay, the first of thing, I know my talent that I will not going to caught. So because I did not for one time, I did many times. And even though I was so involved with the family, especially with I remember there is a one incident because me and my friend are so hungry. We just founding some wedding going to be happen, and this is the time that time. So we just got like in the wedding. We enter the wedding, and first we start eating food, and then our stomach full. Then we said like, oh, if we already came here, let's dance little bit dance. So we start with dancing, and in that dancing floor their family member, like especially groom and a bride family member, are dancing, and we start talking to them, and they asking us like whom side you are. So we said like we are from groom side, we are from bride side, we are their common friend. So we are saying all this nonsense because nobody going to ask this kind of question to the groom and the bride. So that's the reason we always do that. And it was so fun, and I did it one time, then again second and three, and many more time. So, and it was always have a good memory because I remember once we crashed, like we went to the wedding not invited, and they got to know, but still they like they know that we are not invited, but they said, oh, it's all right, you just had a food, eat food. So I meet those kind of lovely people also, so that's the reason I love this concept also, but few times only. Yeah,
So you seem to be a professional gate crasher. Great.
I am.
Good one, good one. Well, I don't recommend anyone to gate crash because unlike Priyanka, you might not be so lucky to find nice people. Uh, certainly do not gate crash any wedding in Jaipur, where I used to gate crash in my college days around a decade back. There were three adjacent wedding gardens: Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati. The three ways in which we used to gate crash: the hostlers, college hostlers. So, in search of good food, once in a while, we used to go there. So, imagine you get caught. You immediately say, "Hey, this is Jamna, right?" While standing in the garden named Ganga. And someone would say, "No, that's the next one." And you bail out from there. Trick number two: uh, the moment someone eyes you up, comes to you, and before they ask a question, you immediately raise the storm and say, "Hey, Halwai is asking for the cylinder. Where are the cylinders? No cylinder has reached there yet. Go there, fine." That's one lucky way to get out if you are convincing, unlike me. And the third one, and this is where, you know, this is the final one. There is nothing other than that. Run, run for your life. If you can't run, then don't get crash. Unless you are a person like Priyanka who can charm her way out with the family. All right, I had fun with the table topics today. Did you have fun? If you had fun, then let's have a round of applause for each one of us. And let's bring the main host of this Lady Sangeet, called Toastmasters meeting number 336, Utkarsh Sharma.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand. Might I add, the only thing that would work for a gate crashing a wedding is to just dress up well. You will be safe for everything. Just dress up well and you're sorted. And you can enjoy the food.
And carry an envelope, an empty envelope, or maybe something like that, right?
Yeah. And if you meet a ladka wala, say you're from the girl side. If you meet the girl side, say you're from the boys side. That's all. You'll be sorted.
Sorry to interject. Once we reached a certain wedding where there was no guest, we imagined the wedding will be a little late. And we, after eating everything up, along with 5-10 more people, barely 5-10 people, we went to, submit that Kanyadan. And there we got caught. And someone said, "Hey, it's Sharma ji's retirement party. Run." Advice number 3.
Now, that is something I have never dealt with, but yeah, good advice, Anand. Is there anything left to talk about? I mean, we've all covered almost every aspect during the table topic session, but I'll still talk a little bit about the 2 R's in Indian weddings, which are the rituals and the relative. Firstly, the endless rituals. Oh man, an Indian wedding isn't just a one-day affair, as we all know it. It's a series of festivities that can extend over several days. The pre-wedding celebrations, such as the mehndi and the haldi ceremony, and let me not get started with the sangeet. Bollywood is the biggest culprit here. All thanks to the Bollywood, it has now become more of a reality TV dance competition, from iconic love songs that find their way into the wedding playlist to fashion trends set by the glamorous on-screen brides. Bollywood casts its spell over the entire celebration. Those choreographed dance performances are all over there. And speaking of dance and music, for me personally, Bharat is the highlight of any Indian wedding. Sangeet seemed to be a little too rehearsed for me and a little too sophisticated for me, but it is the Bharat time that you can simply let loose and dance like there's no tomorrow. I'll definitely ask for your feedback and opinion regarding this, but I'll talk about one more thing, which are the relatives. I mean, you will definitely see some relatives at weddings whom you have never seen, or seeing them from eternity, or there will be someone who certainly will say, "इसको तो मैंने बचपन में देखा था, इतना बड़ा हो गया ये." This is something I think is very relatable, and everyone must have felt this or dealt with this somewhere down the line during weddings. Anyone to share their experience regarding this? I mean, since we are almost at the end. Okay, Deepesh, go ahead.
I'll be quick on this, but I think one more aspect we have ignored is that one man, that one guy, especially if the wedding is in your own family, he makes you embarrassed. If you ask me who, then cameraman, because he shoots or films you while. And my God, that's so annoying. And the fact that they every small gesture you make, they are filming. So and the thing is, if you're not dressed, you have danced in Bharat and all the sweat, you have a very sweaty face and all that. That film is going to be carried for rest of 40 years. So that's quite annoying. With that cameraman shooting a video, filming every small thing you do. So that's one thing I would like to highlight.
I think there's some glitch, but yeah, I agree, Deepesh. And the only way I deal with this is that I put my phone on my ear and just walk away. That's it. That's my style of evading cameramen. My only focus is food and food only. Yes, Madhav, please go ahead. Since we are almost at the end of the meeting, I request anyone to share the experience. Please go ahead. Madhav, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
so with relatives, I think I have had many embarrassing situations. So like one embarrassing situation is when they ask, you know who I am? That's very embarrassing because most of the time you don't know who the person is. Secondly, I'm always confused whether I need to like whether I need to do namaste to them or not, like, and whether do I need to touch their feet or not. So that's like second embarrassing thing with all my relatives because I hardly go to any relative function and because very tough dealing with them.
I just say namaste, Charan Sparsh. I'm done with it. All right. Animesh, please go ahead.
Okay. I mean, this is not, it's not exactly like relatives, wala. It's not exactly as enticing as relatives, but wedding romance. Anytime you get together with you meet somebody over there at your cousin's wedding, some distant friend of your cousin, and just end up probably spending a lot of good time with them. I'm not gonna say the word because I'm not allowed to, but yes, you get the point. And this has happened 2 times, by the way. So yeah.
That is very true, and it slipped off my mind. Very good observation, Animesh. This is something that definitely happens, and marriages are kind of a scouting place for a lot of unmarried people, mostly for relationships. I'm not sure for other things, and especially for those marriage obsessed aunties and ladies who just find their perfect groom for their daughter or bride for their son. That's something that's very annoying. Yeah, anyone else who wants to go ahead and share their experience? Just please go ahead.
Okay, I don't know if I should say it, but there was this my bua's like sass, and she is the most annoying person, and I didn't know that. Nobody told me, and I just walked into it, and then she was like, "How old are you?" And I said that whatever. And when are you getting married? Like, why would I want to get married? And then the whole questions, and it doesn't happen just once. Like all the little old ladies, and my grandmother had actually warned me. Like then I told my grandmother about this. Like this woman is saying a lot. Like, why did you walk to her? She is like that, whatever. She's like, she annoys everybody. She's really the most annoying person, and I didn't know that. Obviously, I'm not joking. Like she is really like she do that with everyone, and people have even my cousins have made some jokes about it. I have my cousin. His wedding was last year in June, and he married a Mauritius girl. She is not Indian. She's Mauritius. So the other, my other cousin, we were joking. Then he has his girlfriend who is Japanese, so you will have a Japanese daughter-in-law. And she was like, I want a Punjabi bahu. It was like, I want a Punjabi bahu. I don't want like Japanese or Mauritius. Like I need like a normal Indian way and things are not going that way. So, I mean, yeah, we all annoy that person the most.
Yeah, and might I add one more thing? When you reach a certain age, you would just stop going for family weddings because you know the pertinent question that will be asked again and again and again, that when are you getting married? The only marriages I prefer now is to go where I don't know much people. Like I'm just going there for food. I love those weddings where my parents and my family are invited because my father is a friend of someone. So I'll know absolutely no one. I will just enjoy the fullest and come back. So those are the weddings that are my gem nowadays. Anyone else to add on to anything before we move on to the general evaluation
I
part?
think how they indicate playfully that you are going to get married is that let's say your elder brother or somebody elder to you is getting married, so the elders would indicate abhi iski bhi kara do, iska number next. That's how they do it. That's how they playfully say it, but actually it means that you are next, so be ready.
So true, so true. And I'm definitely going through that phase. Uh, all right. I guess there's no other opinions or any experience. Anyone else who wants to share experience? All right. It's time to move towards the elaborated feedback and comprehensive evaluation, and so as to be could improve. And for that, I would like to invite our general evaluator on stage, Toastmaster Surjit. Toastmaster Surjit, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Utkarsh. So we all heard the speeches and we know how well these speeches are. It's time for the speakers to listen to their evaluations. So let's welcome evaluator 1, Jaspreet, on stage to evaluate the speech for Madhav.
Yeah, am I audible and visible? So with Madhav, your speech was well researched about Ralph Smedley, who started the whole Toastmasters journey and everything that we are able to do. So you excelled at researching, and the speech was well researched on the things that you gave a whole history to us, how it began and all the dates and how it encompasses to that phase where people were calling him crazy. And then at the end, you concluded with that he was called crazy and he changed the world. So I think that was a really good way to end it. Things that I really noticed, that your eyes were not on the camera and your hand movements were not visible. So I would really recommend you, whenever you deliver a speech, just stand and possibly look at the camera and open the gallery view so that we can all see every aspect of the speech. The speech was well delivered. You were fluent throughout. And you concluded very well. You had that opening, you had that middle section where you were giving us all the information. And at the end, you also had a very good way to end it. So things that I would ask you to work on is probably to learn to speak a little slowly. I think you were a bit nervous, and I think that really led to make you speak a little faster than you actually do. And those things I've noticed so far. Other things I can say, yeah, so you initially begin with the verbal responses. You were asking the audience verbal questions. So this is something I've also got for my evaluation as well, that I should not ask verbal responses from the audience because it can consume time that you have to deliver. So what you can do is just ask for, hand raised, what if you can relate, if you can feel, if you feel the same. But I think asking for verbal responses really consumes that time. And this is something also I got that advice as well. So overall, it was a really great speech. You were very good in delivering that. You were very brave. and you were not prepared. I know that, but you still did it. So it was very courageous from that standpoint. I would just recommend you just prepare well and work with your mentor. I've noticed like you were not, the speech is something you haven't worked with your mentor, because I can get that through a lot of, when you were speaking of that research. I think you should, contact your mentor a little bit before that and just prepare. Focus on the preparation part when you're doing the research. Otherwise, it was a great effort, but I hope you will improve the next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasprit, for your evaluation for the Madhav's speech. Now let's welcome our second evaluator, Bipul, on stage for the Rohan's speech.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So Rohan presented a speech on the errors we do at the usual stuff at the corporates. So firstly, I would like to say the speaker was very, very confident. He provided examples with personal experience. The speed of the speech of the speaker was quite appropriate in telling. The pronunciations was great. He took a brave attempt. Firstly, kudos for that, for attempting a humorous speech where he brought examples from personal experience. So a very great attempt for Rohan. He landed, like, you can say, acts or jokes from the as such as the when the, you can say, mute, your the mic is not muted, or inside the elevator you're bitching or cribbing about some your bosses, something like that. But I would like to say it takes a lot of attempt to deliver a humorous speech. And for Rohan, the speech did not land it to me. Like, the jokes were relevant, but the way it was delivered, it did not land it for me personally. Few things that I would recommend to Rohan was, firstly, whenever you're delivering a humorous speech, it's most about the facial expressions for you. Like, if you're delivering something, a joke will not be counted a joke if you are not have a facial expression on you. And secondly, the hand gestures, and you must need to have the timing with the punchlines. Like, for you, I was not prepared like when the joke will be delivered. So it's like proper timing and punchline are very relevant for a humorous speech. But definitely, I would say a great attempt from Rohan's side. Few things, if we would like to redeliver the speech, considering the facial expressions again, well preparing on the speech, and the timing aspect of the speech, it was a good attempt. And the second was, like, he was trying to do something with the humorous stuff. Like, I would like to say he was trying to give a yorker, but it went it a no ball, and along with the technical glitches on his side, it was a free hit. So the technical glitches in between, I was not able to connect with that. So that is not something in your hand. But I would say definitely try to deliver the speech. That's from my side. Back to you, team. Surjit.
There's a poll being launched for best table topic speaker. I request everyone to cast their votes. Thank you.
Thank you, people, for such a wonderful evaluation. Now I will move on with the evaluation for the table topic speakers. First table topic speaker was Animesh, the number one food item searched in the wedding. So he started well with his opinion, and then he go on with various choices he has in that wedding, and then in the end he tell us what's the number one item was there. So my recommendation is, it would be great if you explain more about that particular choice. So what you like about that particular thing or food. So that would be great. Second speaker was Ashi. One ritual which fascinated her. So she started well with and move on to explore the choice she has made. So recommendation is, it would be great if you shared some story regarding that ritual. Third speaker was Jasprit. three three types of characters. So she started well with the three well with the characters, and then she moved on with the explanation of each character, what they do, and uh, what the significance they have in their wedding. So no recommendation from my side. Fourth speaker was Sudhamani, dream destination wedding. So she started well with the answer and then create a story around it, and she explained it very well. So no recommendation from my side. Fifth speaker was Bipul, favorite thing in the wedding. So he also started well and then moved on with sharing his story or experience about uh, that favorite thing. So no recommendation from my side. Sixth speaker was Priyanka, Eucharist wedding and court. So she also started very well and then move on to sharing her story about that incident, and so no recommendation from my side for her also. Now we'll move on with our tag. So let's welcome our first tag role, that is grammarian Jaspreet Kaur on stage to present her report.
So the word of the day is used only by Anand Katyani. Other than that, even I didn't. Okay, Utkarsh as well. I haven't noticed. I'm being a really bad grammarian today. Okay, sorry. So for the good usages, I've noticed is here's the catch, used by Madhav. Free port, keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. Fascinated. Subnimal experience, rituals, get crashed weddings. So that's a good word. And not so good usages. I only heard one pronunciation which was incorrect. Is I think it's available, not available. I think it's available. Somebody pronounced. So it's available. So yeah. Sorry for the word of the day. I just noticed only one person. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jaspreet. So let's welcome our second tag role, that is our counter Priyesh on stage to present his report.
Okay. Can anyone help me share screen?
Priyesh, you will be able to share your screen now.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Cool. Thank you. So I'll use this template. I'll just briefly explain it. For Madhav, there was 10 plus counters, and there were two short pauses. For Rohan, there were not much. There was one or two and two short pauses. Uh, Moving on to the table topics, for Animesh, there were six two well but and few other phrases fillers, and for Rashi also there was less number of fillers, only one. Just be that four and a lot of ands and so Damni have 8 and Vipul has 7, and Priyanka had 3 and a few and so for the evaluation, just breathe had 10 plus and 7 around 7 and or so. Vipul has 5 and a few other fellows. For the position holders, not much on that. For presiding officer, there was 5 and 5 and also another fillers. For Toastmaster of the day, 10 plus and 6 and or so. And for journal evaluator, 4 and 7 unanswered. So that's on my side. Thanks.
Thank you, Priyesh. Now let's welcome timer Priyanka on stage to present her report.
Okay, thank you. You can see, so Rohan take in his speech, 6.6 minute 29 second. Vipul on evaluation, 2 minutes 17 second. Madhav on his speech, 7 minute 19 second. Jaspreet on evaluation timing, 3 minutes 22 second. And table topic, Animesh took 2 minutes, spoke 2 minutes 8 second. She spoke 59 seconds. Jaspreet spoke 2 minutes 32 second. So Damni spoke 1 minute 19 second. Vipul spoke 1 minute 32 second. And I spoke 1 minute 46 seconds. So this is my side of report. Because Jaspreet spoke more than 2 minute 30 seconds. So it's I put red. That's for my side. Thank you.
Thank you, timer. Now I will go with my evaluation for the meeting as a whole. Meeting started on time. Sir read the mission statement and rules of the meeting very well. Presiding officer welcomed the guests and make announcement in the advance. So that was great. TMOD, you did a fabulous job today. You engaged the audience throughout the meeting. And one thing I noticed that you not only engaged the audience, but audience was also interested in listening to you and also sharing their experience about the question you asked them. So that was really, really a wonderful session from your side. So well done to you. Now come to the table topic master. You have choose the simple topics and everyone could speak on those topics very well. And it was a lively session and everyone was listening to the speakers with interest. So that was the really a wonderful experience I have today from this session. So kudos to you. Now move on to evaluator one. You use a CRC approach and you not only told the speaker what he has to improve, but you also tell him that how he can improve. So one recommendation from my side, that you first gave the commendation, then you come to the recommendation, then commendation, then you at the end you come to the recommendation. So just wrap up the things, just include 2 or 3 recommendation, first commendation, then 2 3 recommendation, and then you go on with the commendation. So no recommendation in the summary session. Evaluator 2, your evaluation was also very well and you used the CRC approach. So no recommendation from my side. Now move on to the tag roles. Grammarian, you have wonderful report and I have one recommendation for you, that if you have shared screen, that would be helpful for the listener also and audience. Agonter, it was really a wonderful report, and one recommendation from my side is if you include summary of the report, that would be great. Summary like that, name those people who have least number, that is least number of hours. So you can you can name those people. And now come to the timer. Your report was also good. I have the same recommendation for you, that if you could summarize the report. Also, you in the end you tell us that there is a one disqualification. You can in your summary before the presenting the report, you can that we have one disqualification, And we also we don't name the people who are disqualified. Just say that we have one disqualification. Don't name which person is disqualified. So that's all from my side, and thank you for listening to me. Now I hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Utkarsh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Surjit. I would like to extend a huge appreciation to our general evaluator, our tag team, and the speech evaluators for such an invested feedback. This will definitely help us to improve in further meetings. Thank you so much. Can we have a huge round of applause? All right. With every nitty-gritty of marriage, of the concept of marriage being elaborately discussed, I would like to end by saying, as much as weddings are necessary, at the end of the day, it is a very personal choice. The right age to get married, the right way to get married, whom to get married, and whether to get married at all are very personal. They are deeply influenced by one's values, beliefs, and personal aspirations. Some individuals find fulfillment and companionship within the institution of marriage, while others may discover similar joys and contentment in alternative lifestyles or partnerships. There's nothing absolutely right or wrong when it comes to marriages. It's just personal. With that, it was such a pleasure to present this fun theme and be your Toastmaster of the day. For now, I take your leave and hand it over to the presiding officer, who today is Toastmaster Anand. Over to you, Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you so much, Utkarsh, for that lively and fabulous presentation about a very relevant and ongoing topic today. Just to bring the curtains down on this theme before I take audience feedback one by one, how can we not have a comment on those, matchmakers, the so-called self-proclaimed aunties of the neighborhood? Well, to them, I just want to quote what legendary Heath Ledger said in The Dark Knight. Some people just want to watch the whole world burn. That's the only drive they are having in getting the likes of eligible bachelors like Madhav, Vipul, Utkarsh, etc. getting married. Otherwise, they are completely fine, happy, living their life, which I also lived at a certain point. No, I'm perfectly happily married. Once you get married, being happily married is the only option. So do get married at your own risk. Buyers beware. For now, I will ask the feedback for the customers of this Toastmasters Club, the eminent guests who are joining us for the first time or maybe after some time. Let's begin with Ashi. Ashi, quickly, what did you like about the meeting today? What would you like us to improve? And any particular impression you're taking away?
So, hi everyone. My name is Ashi and I'm from Agra. I am in Gurgaon recently. And when I heard about this club, so I was very, anxious about it, like, what it is, because my colleague was continuously, poking me, let's join us like that. And the very first thing I would like to tell you that I am really going to join this club. A reason being, many people are joining this club and just talking about random things, or maybe and that is too lively, I must say. So I would really appreciate, and I would really be thankful to my friend as well, just to suggest me. And let's see, maybe in the next meeting I would be there as a club member.
That would be lovely to have you as a member, Ashi.
Yeah.
By the way, who might this good Samaritan be? Just your friend's name, please.
My friend is my boss also, Kaushik Chakravarti, if you know.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Himanshu Arora.
Fantastic. So pass on a kind gratitude from our side to them, and do continue to join our meetings. And if you are really interested to become a member, well, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to Madhav, any one of us. You are probably in our guest group, yes?
Yeah.
All right, then you know whom to reach out to, and we
Yes.
will ease up the process for you along with the details in the back end. Thank you,
Thank you so much, guys, for the session.
And now we move on to Sodamini, a recurring guest. Sodamini, how was your experience today over here? If you are not walking right now, perhaps he is walking right now. So I turn to Deepesh while you cast your vote as well. Deepesh, quick feedback from your end.
There was a lot of learning out here. The theme was, of course, very interactive. Everybody can speak upon. So whatever I felt like it was, I have noted down like what are the points which I could use if I'm to conduct a meeting in future. So I enjoyed a meeting thoroughly and doesn't feel like a very typical Toastmaster meeting, but it felt like a very interactive meeting. That's the best part of the meeting, about the meeting. That's what I have to say.
All right, Deepesh. And that reminds me a quote by my mentor, a suggestion, a word of advice by Rupinder Singh, DTM, that any table topic that you ever witness, even by someone else speaking on it, well, that's potentially a speech topic that you can absorb, process over, and deliver later on. So, any of these ideas that we are witnessing, that is why we joined a Red Toastmasters meeting, not just to speak, but also to listen, store, process, and maybe rehash and deliver with a better output. Imagine what you or someone else could speak in barely 1 to 2 minutes. What if you get all the time and resources in the world, all the guidance available, and then you present a speech on it, 5 to 7 minutes? Nothing like it. Quickly checking with, all right, we have all the guests covered. So quickly, please provide your valuable vote for your favorite speaker. All right, this has been put up once again. Bear with it.
Yes, it was abruptly ended, so I had to put it again.
Thank you. Any other polls are pending, Utkarsh? Role player
Yes,
one?
there is. Yes, there is. I'll go ahead.
All right. What I will do, I will invite, after all the polls are taken, Utkarsh only to announce all the winners. For now, please provide your best role player in the category of these three. And once again, a kind reminder before I invite Utkarsh, this Sunday morning, 10 a.m. onwards, we are having 3 area contests. That includes our contest as well as our sister club, the Spearhead Toastmasters area contest as well. For our club, I am representing the club at the area level for table topics, along with Madhav. Who else? Srishti, right?
Srishti.
Srishti and I are representing Turning Point Toastmasters, but for Spearhead Toastmasters, it is distinguished Toastmaster Nitin and our very own Jaspreet Kaur Taneja, who is representing for their club. So, fail to submit poll. Giving me an issue.
Is there a problem with everyone?
Looks like only with me. All right.
There is one problem with the poll. Actually, there is single person's name for 2 roles, so you can check that.
Can someone confirm? Because I.
Yeah, the grammarian word wasn't there. It was counted twice.
Oh, I could see all the 3 actually. So that is why perhaps it was not allowed.
It's correct for me.
No worries. While Utkarsh takes care of that, do remember Sunday morning, the area contest, and it is happening after a long time in a hybrid manner, friends. Usually it used to happen only in online mode due to the COVID and afterwards the restrictions placed across the way. The venues were not available, etc., etc. But now it is happening in a hybrid manner, and it is happening for 3 areas. So it will be a huge gathering, a good place to network, make friends, learn from the better minds, not just from one club, but probably 20 odd clubs. Forget about these 20 odd clubs. There will be countless role players and judges who will definitely come from different divisions and areas beyond Gurgaon, practically from the entire NCR. So do make up this to this meeting. This is going to be a memorable occasion. I am definitely coming from it from Alwar, which is 3-4 hours away. What about you, Madhav? Are you planning to visit, or do you have office that day?
No, I won't be able to attend. Physically, I won't be
Understood.
able. I'll be attending virtually.
All right. So anyone else who is coming physically for it? Jaspreet is. Surjit is. Utkarsh is. Great. So, and Vipul, thank you. So definitely we'll take a selfie over there. All right. So at this point, I invite Utkarsh to announce quickly the results.
All right, time for the much awaited results. I'll quickly announce the results. We'll start with best auxiliary role player. There was some glitch, I suppose, but almost all of the votes were counted. And there's a tie between two people who will be the winner for the best auxiliary role player. It is the relatively new members of the club, Timer Priyanka and our counter Priyesh. Can we have a huge round of applause for both of them? I think this is the first time Priyesh has won. So huge congratulations to you, Priyesh. Moving on to the best table topic speaker. Just give me a minute. There's some glitch. Let me. All right. Yeah, I can figure it out. Yeah. So best table topic speaker, if I don't consider the disqualification, is Toastmaster Jaspreet. And if I do consider the disqualification, it is Toastmaster Vipul. Can we have a huge round of applause? Next up is the best prepared speaker. The best prepared speaker is speaker number 2, Rohan. Can we have a huge round of applause? Best speech evaluator. Best speech evaluator is speech evaluator number 2, Toastmaster Vipul. Can we have a huge round of applause for him as well? And finally, the best role player. The best role player for today is a tie between yours truly and the TTM, so distinguished Toastmaster Anand Katyani. Can we have a huge round of applause? All right, congratulations to all the winners, and this concludes the